In this video, I'm going to show you how to use a six-sided die to create a Bitcoin address that you can send money to and have a pretty secure random address that will be very difficult for people to crack. This is for educational purposes. If you're not very familiar with Bitcoin addresses and how everything works, you should probably do some more research on it. Check out some of my other videos. But this is just kind of fun. It's a good way to learn how the addresses work and kind of what the numbers, what goes on behind a Bitcoin private key and public key. So we're going to be using three dice to roll. We need 99 rolls total, so if you have a single die, you can roll 99 times. But I'm just going to be doing three, so I'll roll 33 times, and I'll speed the video up so we don't see all these rolls. But I also want to say I have some other videos. I do the same video about how to create an address using a 16-sided die, like this one here, and also how to create a random address just by flipping a coin heads and tails 256 times. So check out those videos if you're interested. We're just going to move right ahead with this one. We're going to roll the three dice, and I have a 1, 4, 6. Now every time I roll a 6, since we're doing this in base 6, the numbers it wants to have inputted are 0 through 5. So the 6 will be treated as if it's a 0. So I'm going to record this as 1, 4, 0. And I'll just record it here on my computer. 1, 4, 0 in a notepad. And I'll roll again. 4, 4, 1. And again, so we have a 5, 1, 3. So just remember to record those 6s properly. If you accidentally type in a 6, when we go to convert this number to a private key, it'll give us an error. So we have to make sure all the 6s are 0s. And when I get 9 characters, like I just did, or 9 numbers, I'm going to hit the return key on the keyboard, and then that way it'll help me easily see when I get to 99. I'm going to have 11 rows of 9 numbers each. So I'll speed up the video now, and we will jump ahead to when I have 99 rolls. Okay, so now we have 11 columns, each with 9 numbers in it. That gives us 99 total numbers. So this is in base 6. So I'm going to go ahead and just get rid of all the returns to make one big long number in base 6. Kind of keeping an eye on this to make sure I didn't actually write down any 6s. All my 6s got entered as 0s, which looks like they did. So now we have a big long number here in base 6. This number should be a random number that has never been known to the history of mankind. It's a completely huge random number that has never been known, will never be known again. It's crazy to think about. We're going to go to bitaddress.org to enter this number and convert it into a private key and a public key that people can then send funds to on the Bitcoin network. So click on Wallet Details. It's just, you don't worry about these dots. It's creating a random number for you, basically doing what we just did with rolling the dice. So I'm going to right-click and copy my big, long, random number, and I'm going to enter it here where it says Private Key. So paste and click View Details. And here we go. It's given us a Bitcoin address, the compressed address, which is like a more different wallets use different formats sometimes. And this is the private key right here in hexadecimal in base 58. And wait, is it hexadecimal? No, in base 58. Sorry. And it also gives us our hex private key, base 64, and the number that we entered, the base 6, which is really cool. So there you have it. You can print this out. Just click print. I printed one out here earlier. It looked like this. And it just has all that same information on it. You can copy the public address and send it to someone, and they can then send you Bitcoin to that address. Yeah, just make sure you keep these the private key private, this long number private. Oh, and what you can do when you're done, since we did copy it to the clipboard, if you click on the start button if you're using Windows and type CMD and go to the command prompt, we can just type in echo off and then do the pipe symbol, which is shift and like the key right to the left of backspace on some keyboards, and then type in clip. And that will erase our clipboard. So if we go to paste this number again, right, if we go to right click and go to paste, there is no more. We can't paste it because we erased the clipboard. So that kind of erases it. Also, check out some of my other videos where I go over how to use tools like Bitkey .io, which is an operating system that you actually install on a jump drive like this, and it has all kinds of Bitcoin tools that you can use to create an offline wallet that's never been connected to the internet at all, and it's a lot more secure. And just if you're paranoid about security, or if you're securing large amounts, you'll want to do something like that. Appreciate you watching this video. Check out some other ones. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and ask comments, or comment in the comment section, and we'll catch you on the next video. Thanks.